for 45% of the vote, and then you could run on how good looking you were or raising a lot of money or some other thing, but that would be helpful because then you could walk into the voting booth dead drunk and vote for the guy with the R after his name and feel pretty safe, okay? Oddly enough, when I was 13, very few people were listening to me, and even fewer were paying any attention, so I had to wait a while. But when Reagan got elected, he asked me to run Americans for Tax Reform, which the White House created, sort of the way Obama created the Organizing for America, an outside group to help support Obama's agenda. I was working on the Reagan agenda, which was specifically became the 1986 tax reform bill, which took us down to two rates, if you remember, 15 and 27.
Yeah.
We had 15 and 27. Now, thank you, George Herbert Walker Bush, for breaking that. Now, on the other hand, because George Herbert Walker Bush ran in 1988 and took the pledge and Dole didn't, Dole beat him in Iowa, but on TV during the debate, all the candidates, all the Republican candidates said to Dole, we've all signed the pledge. Are you going to? And they like handed it at him. And he reacted like a vampire that somebody just tossed a cross in his lap. And it was a very bad look on TV, particularly for New Hampshire. He lost, and then proceeded to lose the rest of the race. Then Bush was 14 points down to Mike Dukakis, if you can imagine that. But he was losing to that guy in the tank. And what happened was he said, read my lips, no new taxes. He went on and say, look, they're going to ask me, and I'm going to say no. They're going to push me. I'm going to say no. They're going to keep coming at me, and I'm going to say, read my lips. Very clear. Anyway, he won the election. Then in 1990, he turned around and raised taxes. Yeah. And the guy who managed the collapse of the Soviet Union lost the next election because there was one hole in the bottom of the boat, and the boat sank. He raised taxes. He got elected promising not to raise them. So in 1994, everyone said, I think I got this. Take the pledge, win the primary. Take the pledge, win the general. Keep the pledge, get reelected. Done. And that's what's happened since 1994. The Republicans have been able to, at the national level, be the party that won't raise taxes and do very well and be competitive. There is always the danger. At the state level, we also urge people to take the pledge.